So if this show is about love, how's it going?
Oh.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Angela Deem is getting unfiltered about her thoughts on love following her and Michael Ilesanmi's split. The 90 Day Fiancé star recently sat down with Maury Povich, and she did not hold back as she shared her take on relationships, giving this piece of advice.
Give me one good idea about having a romantic relationship. What's the most important thing?
The most important thing I want to tell my queens is run.
Run?
Run. There's no such damn thing nowadays as romance.
Angela clarified to Maury, though, that he shouldn't apply that advice to his marriage to Connie Chung.
Am I supposed to run away from a 40-year relationship with my wife?
No, because see, you're back from a different generation. You're an OG. You know, you're an OG. You're like me. You're an OG. You know, you'll stand loyal and you'll go through the trials and tribulations and you won't leave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nowadays, you know, you get a little wrinkle, they get another younger woman.
But that didn't stop Angela from jokingly shooting her shot with Maury.
I waited 9 years to ask you this.
Okay. What?
Now, all due respect, you know I love Miss Connie. She's the queen.
You're trying to tell me I'm supposed to get rid of her to get to you?
Not really. I'm saying if anything ever happens, because I respect her highly.
Well.
Angela's sit down with Maury was actually a reunion. She made a notable appearance on the show back in 2015, and she revisited her TV roots for Maury's Where Are They Now series. They looked back on the segment that started it all, where Angela, who was known as Angie at that point, was as outspoken as ever and not afraid to challenge Maury.
Oh, snap. I haven't changed with that mouth yet. Who is that girl? Oh, my gosh, Maury.
It's not the day.
You see, this is why I call myself the queen of reality. Because one thing I've learned from you, Maury, is you're about the realest man I've met.
I didn't know Terry before. Chris come over one night. He said, baby,
why are you...
listen, Maury, chill out.
I want to tell you, I'm sorry about telling you to chill out. Honesty.
We'll talk about that.
Listen, Maury.
I want to tell you something. I do a show. I chill out a lot, okay?
I know.
Why was I supposed to chill out? What was I doing?
Because, Maury, you know, it's your show, right? Yeah. And I'm sure you have to, well...
Sometimes
tell
people
someone
take
like me.
over. Right. And you took over.
But what happened, Maury, is that, you know, you already knew what's going on, but I wanted to get my point out, you know, to the audience.
Right.
I mean, I had to let them know really truly how I felt, and if it was coming out of your voice, they couldn't relate to, you know, my feelings.
Angela was on the show to try to prove that her daughter Scotty's boyfriend, Terry, wasn't the father of Scotty's baby, arguing that her grandchild was actually the product of a one-night stand Scotty had with a man named Chris. And she was emphatic about it.
I was there 2 weeks before Terry was going with Scotty.
It was 2 months,
Chris,
Mama. You
Dad, you're lying. I caught her screwing Chris.
Let's bring a deadbeat out.
Can you sit down and get a Chris's deadbeat tell her? Thank you, because I called her. And I said, 2 weeks later, he comes and moves in, and then she says, I'm pregnant. I said, well, who's this? I never said.
Maury!
Shut your mouth. I never said.
But as it turned out, Angela's hunch about the baby's paternity was not correct.
Who ended up being the father?
Terry.
The other guy.
Yeah, the one I said wasn't. But, you know, I was wrong. But listen.
Oh, yeah.
I still had to make my point.
Angela went on to appear on Maury 3 more times. It was later that she rose to fame on 90 Day Fiancé, and she credits Maury with opening doors for her.
That appearance kind of steamrolled something.
Well,
it jet-started something.
It did something. And it's all because of you.
Why?
This is where I started. Your show.
It was in 2018 that Angela joined season 2 of 90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days, which followed the beginning of her cross-continental romance with Michael. Their rocky relationship was documented on the franchise over the years, until it ended in 2024, with Michael being the one to leave. In an interview with Access Hollywood last December, Angela revealed what she took away from the explosive ending of their union.
People say let your heart guide you. I'm just going to say it like this. Your heart will lead you wrong. Your instincts never go wrong. I mean, be loyal to yourself before you be so loyal to somebody else. You can't be like me, loyal, you don't get it back. So be loyal to yourself, and when you get them red flags, you'll be gone. You won't stay around. You won't stay around. You won't hang around. You'll know it's time to go.
Angela and Michael's split sent shockwaves through the world of 90 Day Fiancé, and many fellow members of the franchise had their own opinions on the breakup, which they shared with Access Hollywood.
I thought it was crazy. I thought, like, you know, they had a 7-year relationship. It ended. I'm like,
okay, like what have you guys been doing this whole 7 years for?
And the way it ended.
Yeah.
Shocking, right? From old woman run away a young man. What a shocking thing! It's obviously it was so he want to run away from her. She is very interesting person, and I think she's too much to handle. So I mean that makes sense, right? That he ran away.
I do not condone Angela's behavior. I don't like how she talks, and I don't like how she treats.
Yeah.
But I definitely think that he scammed her.
Well, you can
I'm
see
still
both
adamant
sides.
in it.
Yeah.
I got to see both sides to it. And again, I'm not saying that Angela's an angel. I don't think that the way she talks to him and treats him is okay, but I think we're finally starting to see what she's been talking about for so long. And I really think that he got what he wanted, and that was a green card. And I don't think he's a bad person.
Yeah.
He wasn't mean to me or anything. I'm not saying he's a bad person. But he has some supporters who have attacked me for siding with Angie, and I think that she needs some support too, because she's really hurting.
Yeah, I feel like people forget that there's like two sides. Even though maybe her actions were not the best, there was a reason that she was having a reaction.
And you're in this bubble, and I asked him and I asked her, then why are you still doing this? He clearly had a motive.
Yeah.
I said to her, I'm like, Angela, why are you still with him? She was in this love bubble, and we've all been in this love bubble that you don't want to listen to anybody else. You want to go with what you want, and that's it.
Well, I met Angela like a couple of times through all our journey on a franchise, but it was like 3 years ago when we had that HA together, and I told her, I was in the car, and I was like, listen, she was still trying to bring the husband into America, and I was like, listen, if he's gonna come here, I really expect him like not to, to stay with you. I was like, I just had a feeling. I was like, I seen this before. I seen it like there's a pattern over here, but he will not, he will not stay with you. And she was like, no, I have to keep trying. She's like, and she's look, on her hard appearance outside, she's a sweet lady inside. Like she cries, like she told me that she put like a house full of gifts for him, and she was like expecting, I don't know, like what happened. I think they're both a fault over there. There's something there's.
Well, it takes two to tango, but I definitely wish her the best, and I think that she deserves someone to be with, because she does have such a caring heart. She may be outspoken and yell and scream, but she's just very passionate, is how I look at it. And I think that she's such a sweet person, with us anyway. But yeah, I just think that she really deserves someone to just be with her forever.
It's a sad situation, because anytime a relationship doesn't make it, it really does, you feel for them. And no matter what my personal feelings are, I still wish both of them the best of luck going forward, no matter what their journey may hold. And it is life. Majority of people who have gone through the K-1 visa or the marriage visa have had pretty successful relationships, because you have to overcome so much. And if you stick together, nothing bad can happen. And when you don't stick together, the outcomes are not as good.
Especially when you put your life out there, share with many people around the world, and sometimes you let people get into your situation, your relationship, and that's very easy to tear them apart. Not just them, I mean anybody. If you let them.